Hi everyone, it's Natasha. Thank you so much for viewing my video as well as stopping by my channel. I hope you hit the subscribe button and join my YouTube family. And feel free to look at all my other videos. There will be a lot of links down below, as usually anything that will be in relation to what I'm talking about. And I will probably link a lot of items today because of the fact of my topic for this video. So my topic is Louis Vuitton bags that I do not own and why. A lot of these bags, if not all of these bags are, or most of these bags are actually very popular, and I'm going to explain to you why I don't have them. So I'm going to start off with the Neverfull in the PM, MM, and the GM size, and these are also in all the different kind of colors and canvases, as well as the leather ones, which are new. Why don't I have them? Why don't I want to get them? I believe that I will hate the bag. I've never been a fan of it. I look at it and I just don't like it. The biggest part of it is that there is no full zip top closure. I know I have the Noe and I'm obsessed with the Noe, and it's not a full top zip. However, that has no closure at all. And I'm just the type of person that for whatever reason it could just tip over, and I don't want to worry on losing a few items when that happens. So that's why it's just, I mean, and also it's really big, and the straps are really, really short. So I really don't like it. I just don't like it. I know so many people love it. I see so many videos. I see so many posts. They love it. It's one of their first Louis Vuittons. It's just not for me. It's not my personality. It's just, I know I'm just going to be unhappy if I have it. Next on my list is the Pochette Métis. I was very tempted with the Pochette Métis in the reverse, and then I reminded myself, you did try the Pochette Métis in the monogram, regular monogram, not the reverse monogram, and I didn't like it. Plus, there's still ongoing issues with it, which the glazing is still off. There's just a lot of problems with it that I really don't want to deal and stress out with, and they really haven't fixed it. It's, it keeps going with all the different kind of leather they used in it, because I think they also have it in the epi leather and the empreinte and whatever. They just haven't fixed the issue. So, and it doesn't have a lot of space for me. It's too small, and I don't know what it is. Like, I tried it because I saw so many people liking it so much, and I'm like, maybe I'll like it. I'll give it a try. It'll be like a dinner out bag, or like a special occasion kind of bag, and maybe like if I want to be compact kind of bag. But it just didn't work for me. So, just because, and I'm doing this video just to let you guys know that just because it's popular doesn't mean it might be a perfect fit for you, a great fit for you. And you have to think, these bags aren't like $20. If you're not going to love them, don't feel pressured that so many people love them, then there's something wrong with you and you have to get it. No. Next is the Delightful, all sizes and all prints. It's similar to the Neverfull concept, in which there is no closure and the straps are too short for me. I actually think that the Delightful is a very beautiful bag. I do consider it a very beautiful bag. And it does look like it works really well for what it's there for. And the straps are thicker than the Neverfull. However, it's still too short, and it's still one of those bags that I'm pretty sure I'm not going to wear. I just don't like bags that I feel like they're like touching my armpit. It makes me feel uncomfortable. I don't know if a lot of people feel that way, but I feel that way. I don't like anything like rubbing against my armpit constantly. I just don't like it. Next is the Artsy, and this is in all prints as well as the leather and the empreinte version of the Artsy. It's the same, and I actually honestly don't like the handle on it, which is braided. It's pretty, but it's just not for me. And I think the design of it, because you don't have a lot of leather trim, you have the handle, the top, and the bottom have no leather trim. That design itself has so many issues, or you are going to face with a lot of issues. Excuse me. There's going to be cracking on the top because that top part is going to be rubbing on your armpit or your arm or your body, and there's no protective lining of vachetta, which or any kind of leather, which really that is what the leather is there for. That's why there's leather trim on canvas. It's also to kind of protect certain parts of the canvas that do go through a lot of rubbing. So because that happens, it just, you know, whatever. There's a lot of wear and tear on it, and it's not something I like to deal with. Next is the regular Speedy. Regular Speedy are the Speedies that do not have the strap or is not the Bandouliere. So, I don't like the fact that it doesn't have a strap, number one. And I know, like, if you get even the 30, it's really going to hurt in the crook of your arm or your hand. I know. I just know. Because I used to have the Manhattan PM, and it's somewhat the same. It's a top handle bag. And at a certain point, like, from here to here really hurts when I'm just walking around and holding it this way or holding it in the crook of my arm like this, and it just, oh my gosh, it really strains your arm. So I made it a point to not get the Speedy, the regular Speedy. And at the time when I did get the Manhattan, I remember my mom was like, do you want to get the Speedy too? And when I did look into the Speedy, and because the bottom is all round, I mean, not really exactly round, but like it's not structured in a way that it just, when I tried to put my stuff in it, it was just all over the place. And it only has one pocket. So I just didn't like that. So I said, nah, I'm just going to stick with the Manhattan. The Manhattan PM was, you know, it's structured in the bottom. So everything is going to be like perfect for me. So, yeah, I remember when the Speedy Bandouliere came out, I was very interested in it, but I was also really weary and kind of, not really so much, like magnetized towards it. And it was due to the fact that it was still not very structured, and I knew it was going to be a black hole, and it was going to be so annoying sifting through things, and I don't like doing that. And then I discovered about organizers. I discovered the base shapers, and I was just like, this is a waste of time because it's going to move around, and it's not going to be good for your bag because it's so hard that the edges are going to keep poking the sides, and your wear and tear, the corners of your Speedy is definitely going to get the blunt of it. And at a certain point, that part is going to actually get a hole. That's my personal opinion. So when I discovered the organizers, which I do have for my Speedy Bandouliere in the 30, that's actually the big reason why I got my Speedy Bandouliere in the 30, which I want to get the 35, maybe the 40, all in the Bandouliere, not the regular. I'm not getting the regular. The Sienna, I tried the Sienna PM because I thought it was so beautiful and so cute, and I thought it would be like my summer bag and my minimalist bag. When I got it, I was very uncomfortable. It was hurting my side. It was very stiff, and the strap was even very stiff, and it really takes a while to break in the damier ebene treated leather because it's very, very stiff, and it didn't fit a lot that I thought it would, and I just didn't think I would be happy with it, so I returned it and got the Turenne PM. Well, that was the intention anyway, but there is a different video for that, and that was a long journey for me to get my Turenne PM. Next is the Poppin Court PM in the new model. It's very beautiful. It's a very beautiful bag, but the reason I don't like, I initially was interested in it, I don't think it's going to give me that much room in it because it's divided into 3 different compartments, and the 2 outside compartments have like a magnet to close it in the middle, so it's not a full zip, and the middle only has the full zip, so I don't like that. And the outside looks a little busy. It has this very, like, it's weird. It has a zipper and it only stops in the middle. And there's also a padlock that you can leave in there. And I usually don't bring my padlock and keys whenever, I get that from a Louis Vuitton bag. To me, it weighs down the bag. It keeps rubbing on the metal. And I really don't use it. I've done that before. And, to keep it decorated. And to be quite honest, it was actually more in my way. So now I just keep them in the box that, I just keep them in my closet. They're all in there. I don't even know how many keys I have and padlocks I have. So also the Poppin Court and the MM. The Poppin Court PM and the MM in the new model, I'm talking about the new model for both, have such beautiful colored trims. They have more color options now, which is so beautiful. And that never happened with the older version. I think they kind of have that in the past few years now. But the older version of the Poppin Court was only just vachetta. So that's, I think that's a different game changer. The older version only had, it had the regular Poppin Court, which was kind of like this tall. It was kind of triangular. And then the Poppin Court Hot was kind of tall in a way, but it was still kind of teeny tiny for me. But anyway, the MM, the new Poppin Court, it's very beautiful, but the design is still the same. It's just a little bit bigger than the PM. And the dimensions wise, I don't think it's going to make me happy. I think it's just still going to be really tight. It has like 3 different sections. And that section alone just takes up a lot of room. Takes out a lot of room that I would have preferred, But to each his own. I've seen, I think, 2 videos of it. It's very beautiful. But it's just kind of weird where the outside pocket is. And it's only like halfway. And it's kind of tight. So, if you love it, that's for you. It's just not for me. Next, I want to talk about the Palace or Palace. I don't like that because of the outside pockets, and it tapers so skinny on the top that I know I'm going to be really annoyed opening and closing it. And I have 2 magnetic closures on the sides. It would just be like, ugh, why can't it just be one big bag and not really, have all these weird attachments to it that it's just gonna collect dirt and I won't like it and whatever. I just don't like it. The Melee is very beautiful, but then I thought about it and I looked at it and it's just not for me because of the non-existent closure on the top. The design is beautiful, but it's just not for me. It's one of those hobos that you flip down to kind of close it, maybe. But it doesn't really give you a full secure closure for it. And I prefer my bags to have that kind of security. So I just, when I saw it, it was like, oh, that's new, that's beautiful. And then I looked more into it, and then a few seconds later, I'm like, yeah, it's not for me. I'm not going to be happy. Next is the Speedy Bandouliere in the Empreinte leather. This is in all different sizes that it comes with. I believe it comes in the 20, 25, and the 30. I don't know about the 35 and the 40. I'm not sure. Why I don't want it? Because it's in the Empreinte leather. And the Empreinte leather, it's not as tough as canvas. So the wear and tear would be, especially on the edging or the parts that will get a little rubbing, is the embossment is going to kind of disappear through time. I know a lot of people that just got it are very optimistic about it and very happy about it, and I don't want to rain them the parade, but they're like, yeah, mine's still perfect. Okay, how long have you had it? I've had it for 6 months. How long have you used it during those 6 months? Oh, I used it maybe 2 weeks, a month, 2 months. Have you used it every day for a whole 6 months? No. Okay. That's why it's still in good condition. But I prefer to be able to use my bags whenever I want to, and if I want to use it for a full 6 months every day, I don't want to have to worry about, oh my gosh, it's doing something wrong. And that's just normal wear and tear. That's not a defect. That's not an issue. That's not something that needs to be repaired. So you're on your own with that. Next is the Alma BB. I think it's too small. It's very beautiful. I have to admit, the Alma BB, I'm always so attracted to it. But it's probably the only top handle bag that I'm always so attracted to. But I know I'm not going to be happy. It's very heavy. It only can have the capacity smaller than you think. And I'm talking about the new models. I'm not talking about the older model, which is like gigantic. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the newer ones that they still sell right now, which is the BB, PM, and the MM. I've actually wanted to get the PM and the MM at some point, and sometimes I still do. And I just have to tell myself, look, you've gone to the store, you've looked at this, you have been disappointed, you just don't want this, why do you keep going back? You know, that's the same thing over and over again every time I come across the Alma, and I'm just like, it's just so beautiful. But I know I'm not going to be happy if I have it. I'm not going to use it. If I do use it, I'm going to be miserable, and I'm probably going to hate it. So that's for the Alma BB, the PM, and the MM, in all prints available. Next is the Neo Noe. I don't know why it's so popular. I really don't. I don't find it pretty. And the pocket is divider in the middle, which is so weird. It takes up so much room. I don't know why they didn't put it on the side or on the edge. It doesn't have like leather trim. A lot of people like that because it's in the monogram and they don't have to worry about the vachetta. But you also have to think, the vachetta is there to protect the canvas, the edges. And I don't know. It's just not for me. I don't think it's big enough. And I think it's the same capacity as the Petite Noe, or maybe a little bit smaller or kind of similar. But I'm looking at the Petite Noe, and because the vintage version versus the current version are completely different, that because I love my Noe so much that I contemplate all the time, at least once a week, I will look at the new version and I will look at the vintage version in the pre-love market. Like I will go to, like, what is that? The Real. And I would look through there and I would just be like, am I really going to like it? Because it's really, it's smaller than the Noe. And it also tapers when you pull the drawstring in. So I kind of don't like that part. But it's very beautiful. I do get very like attracted to it because I have the Noe and I love my Noe. But I also tell myself it's a different size, you know. And I love my Noe so much that I still want to keep buying like 10 of these. It's insane. I want to buy it in every decade, and I want to keep buying it every 10 years brand new. It's just ridiculous. I'm so obsessed with it. I don't know why. I'm just completely just obsessed with it. I don't think I've ever been obsessed with a bag this much. But anyway, back to the Neo Noe. Yeah, I like the fact that it came in so many different variation of colors to choose from. But I kind of wish they had it in a bigger size. I think if the regular Noe, they actually had that. They changed the leather trim in all the options for the Neo Noe for different colors. I think I would have already gotten all brand new. I would have already gotten it in black, in red, and maybe I would get it in rose ballerine. That's how obsessed I am with this bag. Like I want it in like different quantities. It's ridiculous. I don't know why. I'm so like addicted to it. I'm so in love with it. So anyway, yeah, it's just not for me. Next is the jersey. Oh my gosh, when I first saw the jersey on the website, I was just like, you know, like that cartoon that the eyeballs pop out and it's hearts. That was exactly how I felt. I'm like, humana. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. And then I'm like, is this going to be another Damier Ebene bag that I'm going to get? I've already said I wasn't going to get this. I'm not going to get a Damier Ebene again. But oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. And then I was like, maybe if I wait a little bit longer, they're going to get like the Monogram version. But that usually doesn't happen. When they start off with a Damier Ebene, excuse me, it's very rare that they're going to stretch on and get it into Monogram. If it starts off with a Monogram, there is a high probability that they might get it into Damier Ebene and Azur or either one. So anyway, I was just like, this is so beautiful. And then a YouTuber, which I don't really condone. There were some haters on her channel and calling her like all sorts of names, which I'm not going to repeat, but they were really out of line and they were uncalled for, and I really, really don't like it. I do enjoy her videos, and you know, I mean, her taste is very unique. It's not like the common person in which she brings out like the same type of bag all the time. So I do enjoy her videos as well. I forgot her name, but she has a lot of Louis Vuitton stuff, and her videos are enjoyable too. And I think she was the first one that had a jersey. And she was the one that pointed out that the edges don't close all the way. And because of that, that was a deal breaker for me. Because the jersey, the dimension of the size was like, it fit my criteria. You know, it fit my bullet points. And the strap was pretty long, and it came with an extra long strap. So I can put it in a shoulder bag way, and it's not going to be too tight. And if I want it to be longer in my shoulder, or maybe, you know, if I want to crossbody and pop it on my back, which I've done before in other bags, then I have that option. However, because of the closure on the sides, I'm like, that's it. Number one, it's Damier Ebene. I know it's so beautiful, and it comes in 3 colors. I think black, cream, and red or pink. But has no full top closure. What's the point if, you know, a bag only has like an 80% closure for the zipper? I know, I love my Noe, and I have 2 different ones, but whatever. I still love my Noe. Next is the Totally PM, MM, and the GM. So I actually tried this at the store. I was only able to try the PM and the MM because the SA did not let me try the GM. And she had like a snarky little comment. Like she was just like, I don't know. She had an attitude. And because of that, I took my time, and I was like making her get a lot of other stuff that I wasn't really interested in because she really hurt my feelings. I tried the Totally in the PM and the MM, and then I asked her, like, does it look kind of puffy or something? Like, does it look too big on my side or something like that? And then she said something like, it actually fits more someone who looks a lot more professional. It was on the weekend, you know, and yeah, I had my like chinchilla fur coat and my thick fleece sweater. I have a lot of fleece sweaters. You know, one of those like they don't sell it anymore, but it's similar to the Columbia, but mine was a different brand. I think it was Land's End. So it was about the same price or more expensive. I don't know. And then I had yoga pants and my Ugg boots, and I had my chinchilla like fur coat with a hoodie, and it was a full length, so it went below, it went close to my calves. I mean, close to my ankles, I think. But, you know, I mean, that was too casual because I wasn't wearing a freaking suit or wearing my work attire. So I guess she was just there to say, well, this actually suits more to someone who actually looks more professional. Well, okay, I'm allergic to wool, and I know wool is like to me, like the most beautiful coat you could get. And it does look more professional than a fur coat, but jeez, no need for the snarky comment. Well, I stayed there for about a half hour, maybe a little bit more, and made her open so many different things that I wasn't really interested in. And then I just kind of like, you know what, I'm just gonna browse around. And I think she knew that, you know, that her comment upset me, but whatever. Whatever. The Speedy Bee in the 25 in any print, canvas, print leather, or epi leather. The reason I don't like that is just because for the canvas, the opening is too narrow for me, and I don't want it to keep rubbing on my items. And I do have a lot, I do have some Louis Vuitton small leather goods or SLGs, and I don't want to keep on rubbing it on there, and kind of not only will I quickly tarnish the zipper, but I will also quickly have wear and tear on my small leather goods, and I don't want to do that. The non-canvas version of the Speedy 25 though, the zippers go all the way to the side a little bit, like an inch or two. So you do have a little bit more room. However, because it's not in canvas, I really don't like it. That's just my personal preference. I prefer a canvas. I prefer the canvas, especially in the Monogram. I mean, it was built to last and be more durable than leather. And I do believe that it does the job. So there you go. These are the bags. I will link every single bag that I mentioned. And I will also try to link, if I can, all related videos. But I will link the pictures down below. And if you want, you can follow me on Instagram as well as Twitter. I do have my handles down there. If you want to leave a comment, which I really, really enjoy reading every single one of them, feel free to do that below. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I love, love, love gaining more people in my YouTube channel family. Thank you so much for giving me the time. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.